to my YouTube channel. So today what we are going to do is to generate table of content automatically. The first thing we have to know is table of content can be customized anyhow we we want it. But before we can generate it automatically, we have to note that the titles, okay, every work that we are given, or let's say if you are given a project work and you want to present, the titles come in sections. What I mean is that the first thing you have to do is to customize this particular headings we have here. The normal one, okay, in maybe in a university, in a particular university, you accept 12. All right. So you come to modify. You modify these ones, okay, but we are not going to tackle those ones today. But if you already know that, I will do that in the next video for you to actually see how you can format these headings and the normal we have here, so that it can actually help you generate your table of um the table of content. So what you do is you just choose this. So when I choose my general overview, when I choose chapter one is my heading 1, and my general overview is my heading 2. Before you can do automatic generation, these are some of the things you have to do. You group them in sections. So this is my heading 1, heading 2. Okay, this is also my heading 2. So you group them in those sections and it will automatically be generated. This is also my heading 2. Okay, so if it's not showing, if you're heading 2, sometimes it doesn't show up here. What you have to do is right click, then come to paragraphs. When you come to paragraph, sometimes the level 2 is disabled depending on the the particular project, or maybe the work you are working on. Sometimes it's disabled, but you can still choose it here. Okay, so I'll come again. There's still heading 2. If it's not showing up here, it's still level 2. Okay, that's this outline level. So that's how you group them. Okay, that's how you group them. Make sure you do those ones. So chapter 2, when I collapse chapter 2, okay, everything will be collapsed, then it will come to chapter 3. So if you do those divisions, it will help you to automatically, this mine 2.1, everything regarding 2.1 will be taken up, 2.2 will be taken, everything. Okay, so you see it is perfectly arranged this way. Okay, to perfectly arrange this way, you can come back and be just going through your work. So your work will be well organized and arranged that way. Okay, so for the sake, we have to come back again to where we want to generate a table of content. Okay, so in the university that I'm in, what you have to do, we have rules of generating the table of content. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is I'll clear this one that I already have. Okay, I'll make sure the table of content goes to move away from my list of figures. So I come to layout, come to break, come to next page. Okay, so my table of content will be separated from my list of figures. Okay, go back. So my table of content is here. Let me start afresh. So to do it again, and then do another one again. Then I have a blank space for me to start my table of content. Okay, just position it here. Come to, it's a heading 1. Okay, so the moment I do heading 1, this particular symbol shows. Just double click here, come to references, come to my table of contents. So this is the table of contents. I'll click here, come to custom, table of contents. I'll choose none. Okay, so you can choose a lot of templates from here. A lot of templates from here. You can even choose classic, distinctive, fancy, how you want it to do. Right, so you can choose the number of levels. So the levels that I showed you up, so maybe is it heading 1, is it heading 2, all right, is it heading 3, is it heading 4? Okay, these are the ones that you can choose. How many headings is it supposed to be displayed there? So I only want 3 headings to be displayed there. I want the chapter, that's my first heading, then 1.1 as my second heading, then maybe 1.1.1, that's my third heading to display on my table of content. So I'll choose 3. All right, then I'll click on OK. Sorry, you can, as I we don't I in my school you are not allowed to use these ones here. So the moment you choose the dotted lines, it will be displayed for you to see here. That's the preview. So I will choose none. Okay, I can modify my table of contents. That's my heading 1. I can modify how I want it to be. My content 2, all right, TOC3, all right. I can modify how I want it to look like. But first and foremost, let's look at initially how will it be displayed for us. If you are satisfied, then so this is my initial table of content that I have. I can make a lot of modification to this to suit me, especially this I, that's the Roman numerals. Okay, it must be left aligned. How can you make them left aligned? I'll come back to my table of contents, come to costume, table of contents, come to modify. Okay, I'll just place it on TOC1, come to modify, then I'll come to format. I will come to my paragraph. Okay, so my paragraph, I the acceptable, I want to use a 1.5. I want to use 1.5. It should be left aligned. Okay, then I'll come to tabs. So tabs, you choose left aligned here. It's already chosen, but why is it not left aligned? So you just make sure that the tab point mostly should be less than or closer to 5.9. Then I'll go to set. Okay, then click on OK, click on OK again, click on OK again. All right, so it's left aligned. Then they are asking me if I want to replace this table of contents. I'll choose OK. So it has been replaced. So right now it's left aligned perfectly. But you see that the other levels, okay, so 1.1, these are the level 2s. They are aligned separately from those in level 1. Okay, so we can still go back again to make sure everything is aligned. So right now I'm on TOC2, come to modify. If I want to bolden it, I can do that. If I want to italize it, I can do that. But in this case, I want to make sure the tabs are the tabs for the TOC2 is also 5.9. Come to tabs, type my 5.9, go to set, go to OK, choose OK. Then still I want to replace this table, otherwise to create another table of contents below, but I want to replace this. Come to yes. Okay, so you see these ones are also aligned to the TOC1, but the TOC3, these ones, okay, that's my 3.3.1, aren't aligned with my TOC1 and TOC2. So I'll come back to my table of content again, come to costume, modify. I'll choose TOC3, go to modify, go to format, go to tab, 5.9, come to set, click on OK, then I'll place it. Okay, so it's perfectly done, right? It's perfectly done. Then if I want to add heading or anything, okay, this is my this is my title, okay, then this is my page. So I can choose to bring it back and use my space bar to align it perfectly at the center. All right, so I'm done. This should be 12. Okay, so let's check and see. It's also this is also they are 12. All right, so they perfectly fit this way. So this is how to generate table of contents. In the next video, I will show you how to edit the levels so that you can automatically generate your table of content. Thank you very much.